back or to this week's weekly vlog. If you're new, I'll give you a super quick intro. Yes indeed, my name is Dawn. I'm a British expat from Manchester, and for over 20 years I've been living in the Netherlands, just on the border of Amsterdam. And if you're a returning viewer, one of the original gang and OG, welcome back guys. I hope you've all had a great week. There's a plane going over. I live very close to Schiphol Airport. Anyway, what are we doing today? Well, you might have seen some footage. We had a torrential downpour this morning, and then it finally cleared up about 11:30, and then the sun came out and it's a beautiful afternoon. So Lawrence and I went out and tackled the front garden because it was like a jungle. We spent about an hour and a half out the front, weeded it. It's not pristine, but it's way better than it was. And Lawrence wanted to watch the football. I gather England have just made it through to the... Is it the finals, Lawrence?
Semi-finals.
The semi-finals. And he's just had a quick shower, and then we're going to pop out. We need to go to the community rubbish dump because...
What?
So we need to pop out to the community rubbish dump because... whilst I was in the UK, I don't know if it happened on the way there or on the way back, the wheel of my suitcase broke. So it's still wheels, but it's part of the, say if this is the wheel, it's the actual, the case that's cracked. So we're going to, it's obviously way too big to put in the bin. So we're going to pop to the community rubbish dump and then, I don't know, probably have a little drive around, maybe go into one of the local towns for a wander. We'll see, I don't know. But anyway, it's lovely weather. This evening, we're going out for dinner with Natalie and Ray, our friends. We're going out to an Indian takeaway, not a takeaway, an Indian restaurant. They do takeaway. We've been there a couple of times. They've never been before, and I'm really looking forward to that because they have delicious food. Both Lawrence and I really enjoy that. Anyway, so Lawrence is ready. I'm just going to pop my shoes on, and we're going to take a drive and see where we end up. Morning. I think you would have seen on the screen it's Monday. I've just popped downstairs to make myself a coffee. Life back to normal. Not quite. Lawrence has gone to the office, which is our regular routine. We normally, when he goes in and I work from home, it's just worked out that way. It's not something we've decided. So he went off to the office I don't know, about 7:45 this morning, and I logged on about 9ish, and quite a lot of my colleagues are on vacation at the moment. In fact, quite a lot of people in the company are on vacation. Oh, something sticky on this island. And so it's been lovely and quiet, and I'm just systematically going through my emails, which is great. Most of them so far are like FYI, so I don't have to act on them. So I'm super happy about that. I'm trying to think when I last spoke to you. I think it was Saturday afternoon. We just finished weeding the front garden, which, oh my gosh, I just feel like a weight's been lifted off me. It was, every time I stepped out the front door, I was like, the weed situation. The back garden needs weeding, but it's not, I tend to keep on top of the back garden more than I do the front, just because I spend more time out there. And, you know, whenever I see a weed, just sort of hoe it a little bit. And there's only 2 flower beds out there, which are pretty much, they've got like plant coverage. So we don't get a lot of weeds. Well, on one side, we don't get any weeds because it's just full of plants. Anyway, waffle. So yeah, Saturday we did the front garden. Lawrence and I took a drive. We went to the community rubbish dump to throw away the suitcase, which I think I mentioned the wheel had broken. And then we took a drive to an area called Crookius, which is, there's like a shopping boulevard, if you like. and it's like an industrial area. There's a shopping complex. It's outdoors, and then there's also lots of businesses around the area as well. So we took a drive because we really need to get rid of the sofa bed in the what was the playroom and put a proper bed in there now, because, you know, COVID's over, people are starting to come over, and the sofa beds had it. So yeah, we went to look at beds. My gosh, they're so expensive for not the best quality. So anyway, I've been looking around online, and I have actually a bid for a second-hand bed, a really nice one. I think it's like a queen size, so actually bigger than I intended. I was just going to get a standard double, and it doesn't look very old. So I've been back and forth with the seller, and they've come back to me and said, listen, you know, let's stop the bidding. I'll give it you for this price if you want it. So it's from a no smoking, no pet household. I said, I don't want the mattress, I just want the bed. And it actually comes with drawers underneath it, which I hadn't expected. So that was a bonus. So hopefully all being well, because online shopping in the Netherlands can be a bit risky. People can just be super responsive and then just ghost you. Had that happen a few times. So up to now, we can go this evening and look at the bed. And if the mattress is in really good condition, he said it, she, I don't know if they are, he said it is. I was like to Lawrence, no, I don't want it. And then I thought, do you know what? Well, we sleep on like used mattresses in hotels. So I'm just going to go with an open mind. If it's in good condition, obviously I will clean it myself. And I'd already said to Lawrence, oh, whatever mattress we go for, we'll get a topper as well. So we'll see. That's going to be nice. Have that room. We're not going to redecorate, even though it desperately needs it, but at least have a nice bed in there for when people come to stay over. Occasionally, Lawrence or myself will sleep in the spare room if one of us isn't sick. So it would be nice to just have a comfortable bed out there. Anyway, so yeah, we did that. And then in the evening, it turned really hot here in the afternoon. We went for dinner with Natalie and Ray. We went to an Indian restaurant. I think I mentioned this before. It was delicious. We had such a good evening. Really, you know, laughed and talked, and, you know, it was good. It was good to get out of the house. Yesterday, we planned to go out on the boat. The weather forecast said overcast, and it just looked like it was pending rain all day. The sky was very dark grey. It did spit a little bit, and we were watching season 2 of Sweet Tooth on Netflix, so we just started watching that. Lawrence caught up with the football. I'm remembering what we got up to, and you know, by lunchtime I said to Lawrence, I don't even know if I can be bothered going out on the boat now. I'm happy to just stay at home and relax. So that's what we did, which was really needed and very nice. I did complete one panel of my everyday eyelet cardigan. If you don't knit, sorry about this. I don't know if you can see. So this, it'll be, I don't want it a super long cardigan. This is like a super chunky, just an inexpensive acrylic. It's got these little eyes through it. So yeah, I've done one side, I've cast on the other side. Super simple pattern, really enjoying it. So much so, I doubted if I'd have enough wool. And so I've ordered 2 more balls. They're only 50 grams. And it is a gobbler, you know, it gobbles the wool up because it's chunking it. But obviously it's a different lot number. But I'm not too worried because they're not like solid colours. I don't know if you can pick that up. There's a little bit of a sort of variegation in it. So I've got enough definitely to finish the front panels, the back, the ribbing, the button band. So we'll see. I don't think you'd notice if I did the sleeves in a different colour lot. You can see there, you know, if you look. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. It's a little bit like marled, so I'm not too bothered. Anyway, I'm enjoying this pattern so much. I ordered some more of the same wool in like a nice jade green. So that was nice. spot of knitting. I did finish another sweater that I've had on my needles for a couple of years. I'll talk about all that when I do another podcast. What else? So, yeah, that was our Sunday. Joshua went out to the festival. William was working, and we'd bought these really nice like barbecue hot dog sausages from the Albert Heijn. They've been in the freezer for a couple of weeks. And I'd bought hot dog rolls. So we were just going to make hot dogs and a super simple dinner. So Lawrence fired up the barbecue, and then he popped to the supermarket and bought some extra meat and some salad. So we just had a barbecue for two. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. It was really good. We didn't eat outside, but yeah, it was a nice TV dinner. So that was a really nice, relaxing Sunday. I'm so happy for that. As I said, he's gone out to the office. I'm busy working, but it's a nice, quiet day. Super happy. This evening, hopefully we can go and look at this bed. We have to dismantle it ourselves, which I would prefer, because then we can see if it's, you know, what condition it's in. And oh, I'm going to the physio. I've got another physio appointment at 5:30, so I'll finish work, wrap up, and head out to the physio. So that's my Monday. Nothing else exciting to share with you. Quite funny. I've just gone back to work after 3 weeks off, and I've booked another week off. I've booked the boys' half-term week off, if we can get away. I don't know, it's looking a bit doubting at the moment, but if we can, you know, I've got it booked off already. And I've booked a day off because I realised I'm going to Yarndale. I spoke about this in the podcast for the first time ever, and I needed to take a day off for that. So yeah, and I've still got 3 weeks vacation left, and I'm off at Christmas. So it feels like I've had holiday, but I haven't. I've literally, when I went to Marrakesh, I think I've mentioned this before, I think I booked like 2 days off work, and I've had like 1 day off. I looked in my monthly overview, at my yearly overview in the like the intranet system, and I've not had any time off. That's why I've got an abundance of vacation, and that's also why I didn't cancel one of the 3 weeks I took off. So I'm super happy I didn't cancel that week. Anyway, I'm going to go back upstairs. I'm in the middle of compiling an email to somebody. And then it'll be lunchtime. I think I might have to pop out to the shops. I needed some hair conditioner. I washed my hair this morning, but it feels like it needs something a bit extra. So I might do that in my lunch break. Also, it's great weather, so I might just to have a poodle out. And that's it. Nothing else exciting to tell you about. Oh, the other thing, that's not exciting, but got me thinking, Lawrence walks Jack before he goes to work around between 7 and 7:30. And it took a while. He came home. I thought I could hear Jack's little, you know, pause, because he'd left the lounge door open. And as he was walking, one of our elderly, he's not ancient, neighbours, he lives not on our street, but round the corner. Lawrence hasn't seen him for a while, and he's got a big, like a German Shepherd, a big dog. I think he's about Jack's age, so he's 10, which I think for a German Shepherd is getting on a bit. He's not, the owner is really not well. Lawrence actually, when he came up to tell me, he was really shocked. He's very frail. We don't know what's wrong with him, but he'd also fallen, and he'd WhatsApped Lawrence and said, please, can you walk the dog? So Lawrence said, I think I'm going to have to take over the dog walking for him, because he's not in any fit state. And Lawrence said, it doesn't look like he's got long in this world left. So I said, oh, we're going to have to think about the dogs. I don't know if he's got any family here. He's from Morocco. So we're going to have a think about that. I do know he's a nice dog. I don't trust him. He's very temperamental. And Jack kind of gets on with him, but he's not good. He didn't walk in with Jack. He's not good with other dogs out on the street, that's for sure. He only sort of tolerates Jack because Lawrence and the owner, you know, when they stand out talking, and the dog's kind of, Jack's more in preference of like having a sniff and taking his distance. For sure, we couldn't take this dog on, because Daxter, he would be a marked cat. And also, I mean, Dexter's what, 12 now? He's getting an old boy. He doesn't want that, you know. He needs a nice, quiet life. So I said to Lawrence, oh, we need to start thinking about what to do with the poor dog. I mean, ideally, if he was, you know, more sociable, for sure, I would, you know, if we had to, I'd take him in. I've had a German Shepherd when I lived in the UK before, and they're lovely dogs. But yeah, if the temperament's not right and he's big, even Lawrence said, as you know, he's getting on, but he said he's really strong walking him. So, and you've got to keep him leashed. So, I don't know, have to think about that. Oh, so sad. He's such a lovely man as well. Always, you know, whenever you see him, he calls Lawrence his brother from another mother. He calls him. He's got a really thick accent as well. Sometimes I struggle to understand it, you know, his English. But he's always like cracking jokes and funny and a bit cheeky, you know. So I was quite sad when I heard that. I thought it was strange because when I was walking Jack when Lawrence was away, normally if he sees me, he would have come out, but I didn't see him, and I assumed he must have been away. But yeah, anyway, I'll know more off Lawrence. Lawrence is really good with stuff like that. You know, if one of the neighbours has got an issue, Lawrence is the first one to step in and help and volunteer. And so for sure, I mean, he'll take over that. Maybe he can get another few of the neighbours. Apparently there are some neighbours in the area who've been helping with the dog. So, yeah, and then we'll have to have a chat with them and see what to do when the time comes, what to do with the old boy, his little doggy, big doggy, I should say. I don't know. I hasten to add, he's never been married or got children, so that doesn't help. And obviously being Moroccan, his family are all in Morocco. Anyway, we'll find out. Maybe he's got some relatives somewhere, you know, we don't know. Anyway, right, I'm waffle mode now. I'm going back upstairs. Got my coffee, sustenance, not substance, sustenance, not substance, not substance, kind of. And I carry on till lunch. And if anything remotely interesting happens, I'll be sure to tell you all about it. Just on the way to the physio. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Well, I've mentioned this loads of times. We have health insurance here in the Netherlands. I think like the Irish system, definitely the American system. And kids below 18 or under should be covered for everything. And when the kids were small, so I'm the main policy holder, everybody's on my policy, I made sure that we took out like extra insurance for the dental. Anyway, William went to the orthodontist a few weeks ago. I think I told you he's had a second brace fitted on the bottom. And they gave Lawrence an invoice. We were like, that's never happened before. Anyway, he put the claim in and the insurance said, oh no, he's used all his allowance. He's 16. Anyway, they refused to deal with Lawrence because I was the policy holder. Anyway, I managed to get hold of them today and I spent about half an hour. I spent 20 minutes on hold, then I got disconnected, then I had to call back. So I think the total call was half an hour. And then the lady I spoke to, she was very helpful. She explained that the orthodontist has been, the money has been coming, so the invoice has been paid from our extra insurance. And now we need a special referral letter that the basic insurance will now take over and cover the dental work. Because orthodontics, I mean, the dentist is expensive here, but orthodontics is really expensive. And so I phoned up this referral company. She was very confused. So, what's this guy doing? Hello? It's just stopped in the middle of the road. Just so rude. Just block the road, idiot. I almost swore then. Be proud of me. Anyway, I figured out I just have to phone not the orthodontist, the dentist who made the initial referral, and then see, they have to write a letter, and then we're going to have several rounds of discussions. That's how it goes. So that was quite frustrating. And then I want to hire a car when I go over to the UK for Yarndale, and I realised the last hire car I had when I went to Manchester a few weeks ago, they've not released the money they took for the deposit. So, and I've checked, and it actually, the conversion, they've held €1,700 off my credit card. And credit cards in the Netherlands don't work, I've explained this before, don't work the way credit cards should work. And if they don't pay me back soon, the credit card company will take the entire amount of my current account. So I tried to get hold of the booking company. You can't contact them, had to submit a form. And I know they're going to come back to me and say I have to contact this Dry Valia. My experience with them when picking the car up doesn't bode well. Seriously, it's like, it seemed to be the afternoon of dealing with money crap. And people taking it off me or not wanting to give me what's mine. Anyway, on the way to the physio, I'm bang on time. Hopefully there's a parking space. It's been really hot here today. Now you have to stop, lady. Sorry, bike coming across. I had right of way. It's been really hot here. I think it's now 26 degrees, and I've been stuck indoors in the very messy craft room with my fan on. It's fine. But tomorrow apparently it's going to be even warmer, and somebody's took 2 parking spots. How rude. I've already committed to going into work, so anyway, it's fine. At least there'll be air conditioning. There's a spot here. That was handy because it's full. So yeah, that'll be strange. And it's been a funny old day because I don't know if I mentioned this when I was on my lunch break. Loads of my colleagues are on holiday still. Anyway, I'm going to go in. I want to meet up with a couple of people. Right, I've brought a towel with me. My back is doing, this is wonky. My back is doing much better than it was, but it's still quite painful. So let's see what the physio has to say. Right, I'll catch you in a while. Good morning. Feels ages since I had a car chat. So I'm on the way to work. I thought it'd be really, really quiet, and the roads are super busy. I'm actually really surprised about that. It's even busier than a regular day. I need to get out of this lane. Nobody's going to let me out. Is it going to let me out? Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that's really busy. Anyway, I drove through Amsterdam, which is the national park. Also really busy. I find it so strange. Maybe a lot of people are back from their holidays already, but I mean the schools in our region are still off for another 2.5 weeks, I think. Anyway, not to worry. The office should be pretty quiet. I think a lot of my colleagues, I've already mentioned this, are on holiday still. So anyway, so we went to see the bed. I've bought it. Couldn't bring it back. There's absolutely no way it would fit in the car. It's, I think I might have mentioned it, it's a queen size, so I think it's 180 width, and I didn't realise the headboard, which is a big one, is in one piece. So and we haven't got a tow bar on this car. We had one on the Chevrolet, on the big, the family car, but what's he doing? There's a coach going to pull out on that car. Oh, scary. So William came with us. We actually went in the 2 cars. William came with us to help with muscle, but yeah, so I've paid for it. The lady who's selling it is on behalf of her son. Her son owns the property and he sold it, so it was kind of half empty, the house anyway, but it's in great condition. There's just one little thing on the headboard where something sticky has been on it. I don't know if they struck like a lamp or something on, and a bit of WD-40 will get that off, no problem, but for the rest it's in cracking condition. So Anyway, I think Lawrence is going to ask around if one of our friends has got a tow bar, we can borrow their car, we can hire a trailer, or if not, you know, man with a van kind of thing. Even with the cost of having to hire a trailer or a van, it's still worth it. We've got a real bargain. So the mattress, so it wasn't for sale with the mattress, it was like an optional, you can have it for free if you want it. I had a look at it, took one look at it, and William came in the room and was like, oh no mum. And it wasn't so much that it was dirty, it was just really hammered. You know, you could see it was all bumpy, and it was clean, but it was full of pilly and bumpy, you know, wavy, and it didn't look like a particularly expensive mattress anyway. So I took one look at it and I said, no, I'm good, thanks. I mean, I was 50-50 on the fence about buying a brand new one anyway. I think I mentioned that, but I took one look at it and I said, no, I'm definitely going to get a new mattress. So, but anyway, it's still, I think for what we've got, it's worth it. So Lawrence really liked it, and it's not for our room, it's the spare room. So, you know, if anyone comes to stay, they'll be, hopefully have a good night's sleep, because that sofa bed we've got is like, it's had it. It's, the kids have jumped all over it. I think even one of the slats might be broken on it, but at the foot end, you know, so people don't tend to notice it, but yeah, it's really time for that to go. Actually, thinking about it, I should mention to Lawrence that when we have the transport, we should dismantle the sofa bed and take it to the rubbish dump, because that won't fit in this car either. Anyway, I'm waffling now. So no other plans for the week, just work, you know, back to normal. Not really done anything on the crafty front. It was really hot in the house yesterday. What's it at the moment? It's 21, it's overcast, but apparently it's going to be nice today. Anyway, I don't mind, as long as I'm not too hot in the office. I don't care. The house upstairs was like an oven. Oh my gosh, I was roasting. So anyway, right, I'm waffled out now, not too far from the turn off for work, so I will catch you in a while. Just on my lunch break. Today's my short day, and it's really nice outside. I do have to pop to the shop later. So just made a coffee in a Christmas mug. I love these mugs. I actually love the shape of them as well, because they're not really deep, but they're nice wide. Anyway, and a sandwich, and I've got some crab sticks and olives, although they're a bit peppery. I picked up the wrong ones by mistake. You might be able to hear. I've got Dexter down there eating, crunching, and I've got William on that side crunching his lunch, but it's cereal. So anyway, where did I get up to? I didn't speak to you after I got home from work. Actually I left the office like mid-afternoon and came home and logged back on again, because I had a late afternoon meeting online which I knew would run over, and then after the meeting I had some other things to do, so I worked a bit later yesterday, but it's fine. It gives me peace of mind, and nobody's in my department, nobody's clock watching. I mean, our manager knows that we pretty much do like over the hours. It's fine. We self-manage ourselves basically. And then I'm going to work from home tomorrow as well, because I've got another meeting later in the afternoon. And even though I really love going in the office and seeing my colleagues, yesterday was a really nice day. It was fun. People were also back from vacation, so there's lots of, you know, like catching up and everything. I just don't get much done when I'm in there, though. There's too many distractions. Anyway, so yeah, what else? Oh yeah, so our neighbour, the one I was telling you about, Lawrence is actually it's cancer he's got, and he's pretty much reached the end of the road at this point. So yeah, it's really, really sad. Lawrence is quite upset about it. So anyway, he's taken over. He's walking his dog every morning, because he's out at 7, you know, walking Jack anyway. And there are other neighbours walking the dog as well. And he's not sure if he has made arrangements for the dog. You know, I think I mentioned he's, you know, for a German Shepherd, he's an old boy. And I did broach the subject again with Lawrence. Is it an idea if we, you know, if it's needed, should we take him in? Because there's no way I would want a dog like that going, you know, to a home or, you know, God forbid, put to sleep when technically he's just old. I mean, Lawrence said his back legs are going, but still he's in, you know, he's held. Aside from that, with German, I had a German Shepherd in the UK. Normally it is one of the weaknesses with them, you know, their back legs tend to go when they're older. But Lawrence said no, it wouldn't be an option. I mean, poor Daxter would just be fearing for his life daily. And Jack and the other dog, they do get on well, unusually, because the other dog really hates dogs. But still, it's a little bit, anyway. Well, at least for now, Lawrence has taken over the early morning walk, and he'll give the dog a good walk so that, you know, he'll just be relaxed during the day. And we'll do what we can. What else? Oh yeah, the other thing, I think, I was saying in the car yesterday that I was going to have a quiet weekend. I didn't have any plans. No, Dawn didn't check her calendar, and I have got a busy weekend. So Friday, something really exciting is happening, and it's just crept up on me. One of my friends, Fiona, I think you might have met her in the vlog, you know, over the years at some point. Fiona's having a big birthday, and actually, you would have met Fiona because every November, December, there's 4 of us go on a girls shopping trip. There's always cocktails involved. So Fiona's from that group. Anyway, she's got a big birthday, and she was wanting to organise something, and so I said to the group, why? And Alison said, well, yeah, we should do something. So I said, oh, I have a great idea. Why don't we try and do a high tea? So I found there's a really, really nice hotel. It's a 5-star hotel in Amsterdam. If you've been to Amsterdam, you will know it for sure because it's right opposite the palace on Dam Square. It's called the Grand Krasnapolsky. And we've booked a champagne high tea on Friday afternoon there. We wasn't going to tell Fiona, but anyway, we said, no, we better tell her just in case she's arranged something. Alison doesn't work Fridays. I'm always free on Fridays, you know. Our other friend Claire doesn't. She's a stay-at-home mum. So she's free on Fridays. And Fiona's a teacher, so she's free at the moment. So, yeah, I looked at my agenda and I was like, I knew we'd booked something. And I was like, it's this Friday, so that will be really exciting. I don't know what the filming situation will be like in there. Because, you know, it is like a pretty nice hotel. But we'll see if I can film something, I will. And then Saturday, Lawrence has hired a van. He's hired, apparently there's a local guy and he's got a van, and if he's not using it, he hires it out to people. So he's hired a van. We've got it from 12 till 4 on Saturday, I think he said. So the plan is Lawrence and William will drive over, collect the bed, come back, take the old sofa bed to the rubbish dump. Lawrence is like, well, I'll see if I've got time. Otherwise, we'll be stuck with this sofa bed. And then I completely forgot. We're going over to Antoinette's, who you have met. She's celebrating. She's got 4 kids. She's got twin girls, a boy who's a little bit young, about half a year younger than Joshua, and a son who's a bit younger than William. So the twins and the eldest, they're celebrating their summer baby. So they're celebrating their birthday on Saturday. So we're going over there. William's working in the evening, so he won't come with us. I doubt Joshua will be coming with us because I think he'll probably have something on Saturday evening, and we won't be any rush to come home, although we have to walk Jack. Anyway, we'll figure that out. So yeah, I've got a busy weekend, and if it is going to be good weather, I'm hoping we can finally go out on the boat on Sunday. I hope. Anyway, and then the other thing, what I'm going to do now, because I'm on my lunch break, is I don't think I shared this in the podcast because I had so many things to talk about and there was a lot of things I just didn't mention. But I bought this little kit a while ago from the Crowdfat's, like a drugstore kind of thing. It was at €4.49, bargain, but I bought it. It's a DIY diamond painting stones, but I bought it for the pebbles because this is the only pebble I've got left now. And we don't tend to have pebbly beaches in my area of the coast. So you can't even go, not that you should do, but I can't even go gather little pebbles. And they're really expensive to buy online. So I saw this kit in the crowd vat. I've not even opened it yet, so I don't know what it looks like. But what I'm going to do... Sorry, I can't open it. I've got scissors here. How about that? While I eat my sandwich, I'm going to sit at the table there and I'm going to paint some of them like a base coat. So I thought, oh, I'll just open this with you now and see what condition they're in. Well, that one's not good. It's a bit rough. These two are nice smooth, decent size. Because you know I like rock painting, like mandalas and stuff. But there's a whole little kit. Oh, look, there's stickers so you can stick them on the stone as a guideline. And then you get the little dabber and the wax. So you put the wax goes in the end of the dabber so you can pick up the stones, and that's a little tray for sorting them. And then there's all these little packets of diamonds. But I'm not using them for that. But I'll hang on to them. I have diamond painted a couple of times. I've got some kits somewhere. But it's not my thing. It hurts my neck. If you don't have neck issues, it's so relaxing to do. You just literally it's like colouring in, but it's a nice hobby. So I'm going to paint a couple of these rocks or stones in like a base colour, and then maybe this afternoon I might do some rock painting, but I've got loads of stuff to do and I need to pop out, so we'll see. But for now I'll just paint them in the base colour and just relax a bit. Right, I'm going to go and eat, so I'm starving, and if anything remotely interesting happens, I'm sure I'll tell you all about it. You'd think I had such an exciting life, but I don't really. I just like to waffle. See you in a while. Morning. We're ending the video as we started with rain, so you might be able to hear it on the skyline. It's raining. Actually, it's not pouring down, it's like those big fat blobby raindrops. Anyway, so you've probably seen on the screen, indeed, it's Saturday morning. I didn't get a chance or an opportunity to speak to Cambria today when we went for the high tea in Amsterdam because, well, it was just really, really noisy everywhere we went, and also we were just talking too much. So it was, the footage I did take is actually quite miraculous. So I kept forgetting to film, and actually the ladies were like, you know, oh, we should take a photo, and I was like, oh yeah, I should film. So yesterday, in the morning, I just potted around, caught up on some laundry, nothing else exciting. And then in the afternoon, I think around 2ish, Claire's husband Stuart picked us all up. He was our Uber, and then he dropped us off in Amsterdam, not right in the centre, and then we hopped on a metro, and a tram, and went to Dam Square, which is where the Krasnapolsky Hotel, the Grand Hotel Krasnapolsky is. It's literally opposite the palace on Dam Square. So anyway, off we went. We had our champagne high tea booked for 3 o'clock, I think it was. I did mention it was for Fiona's special birthday. I think I did mention that. It was our gift to her, and her special birthday was in July, but you know, with being away and all the rest of it, it was the first opportunity we had together to celebrate. So, the hotel is very modern. It's modern with like a kind of Art Deco twist, but it's not, you know, the sort of, if you think of Amsterdam or the Netherlands, like the golden age, you know, with all the gilding and everything, it's not that kind of hotel. It's very sleek, modern. So, high tea was also quite sleek and modern, but the package that we booked, the champagne high tea, and you have to book it. So if you are planning on visiting Amsterdam, or you want to book a high tea for yourself, they do a regular high tea and then the champagne high tea, and go online and book it, because they're not kind of walk-ins, because the chef prepares everything fresh. So anyway, got there, had champagne, and then the menu was with each, it was like a 3-course menu, and then with each menu they paired up a tea to match what you were eating. And I think we all know I am not a tea lover, but you know, for the sake of what we were doing, I decided to drink along, and actually I enjoyed all 3 teas. In fact, the middle one, it was an oolong, that was really nice, and then the last tea, I can't remember what it was like really, really nice. And when the waiter kept coming around to top up, it was unlimited tea and coffee, and so I kept saying yes please, yes please. It was really delicious. So the first course was all, oh no, actually it was a 4-course which wasn't listed on the menu. We got this delicious hot, like not hot, spicy hot, tomato soup. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And we were like, what? This isn't on the menu card, but apparently everybody gets it. And then we had all like little savoury bites. I want to say happies, but that's like a Dutch word, bites. Delicious. And then we had freshly baked scones or scones, depending on where you're from. A raisin and a plain one with, again, all homemade, strawberry jam, lemon curd, clotted cream, delicious. That kind of finished us off, because, you know, when you get these little bites, you're thinking, and I even joked at some point, yeah, we'll go to McDonald's afterwards, you know, ha 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 ha. But the scones were all like really full. And then we had like the dessert round, and that was all, you know, little, it was a macaron and, you know, little sweet treats, delicious. During that time, so I think you would have seen some footage, there was, the gong went, you know, and we asked our waiter, you know, well, what's going on? And adjacent to the restaurant that we was in is the bar area, and he said, oh, the bar's going to open. He said, go and have a look, they do a little show. So there was 2 bartenders, and they were pouring alcohol in between mugs, and they were on fire, and so that was really nice. And they gave us a free shot And I, you know, said to the girls, do you want one? I'm going to try one. And so we said, oh, go on then. And at this point, it was definitely gone 5 o'clock. And the shots were whiskey, red vermouth and cranberry. And oh my God, and hot. And they were delicious. So that warmed our cockles. Anyway, they wasn't in a rush to show us off. The service was like out of this world, as you can imagine. All the staff, lovely. No rush to move us on, which is very un-Dutch because, you know, the Dutch, they like to keep to their times. And, you know, we have actually been asked to leave restaurants in the past, and actually the dinner cart opened while we were there, but relax, take your time. And it's really nice because I think the windows are like, you know, one way, I think, or they're like, you know, mirrored, I'm not sure, but we could look out on the Dam Square, so it's just nice people watching. And anyway, it was lovely. Fiona had an amazing time and thought it was a really good idea, so phew. Anyway, we wasn't done. We were still, you know, in high and all, you know, happy, full tummies. And so we decided to have a quick walk. Oh, I forget the name of the street. It's one of the main walking streets in Amsterdam. I forget, maybe I've put it on the screen. It's like the high street. And Sustenschroen was open. I bought some paint, some red acrylic paint, so I won't show you, it's in my handbag somewhere. And then TK Maxx or TJ Maxx, wherever you are in the world, was open. So we had a quick pop in there. And imagine my delight when all the Halloween and autumn things were in. So I bought 2 things. One of them I fell in love with, and all the ladies said, oh my gosh, this is really for you, doll. You know, and I was like, oh, I really want it, but I just didn't want to carry it because, you know, with my back and my neck, and I was tired. And Alison, bless her heart, said, if you really want it, I'm going to carry it for you. So go and get it. So I bought a very small, I'll show you, pumpkin. It's like in like this rose gold. It's got these little metal leaves on it. How beautiful is that? I think they're resin, but they're hollow. So it's quite light. What was this? €7.99, bargain. I mean, I'll have this forever. You know, I'll have a little box with autumn/fall decor. But I mean, these kind of things, you could leave them out all year round if you wanted to. I mean, we eat pumpkin all through the year. So that was I was like, okay, that's manageable. I'm happy to carry that. But then this is the one that Alison offered to carry for me, and she did. She took really good care of it. So wait for this. How beautiful is that? Oh, I love it. I'm so happy with it. It reminds me of, do you remember, I don't know if you'll have them in whatever country you're watching in, definitely in the UK, the Ladybird books. It reminds me of Cinderella from the Ladybird books, you know, that look and vibe. Isn't it beautiful? Again, resin, hollow. If Lawrence was with me, I probably would have bought 2, but anyway. And this was £16.99 again. I mean, for me, this is unusual. You know, I've not seen anything like this around before. Never seen anything like this before. Not in the Netherlands, at least. So, again, oh, I'm thrilled to bits with it. What do you think? Do you like it? You see? All the shimmery. Oh, and it's like, it's showing up grey on the camera. It is grey, but like a bluish grey. Beautiful. So yeah, that's my little shopping haul. We ended up, after we shopped, we were still chatter, and then we went to, so we got on the tram. We went over to Light Supply. However, as we already thought, it was packed. It was a really hot, humid summer night. It was packed with tourists. So we were like, you know, I mean, there's nothing against tourists, but, you know, on a Friday night, many of them probably would have just arrived and would be throwing drink and everything down them. Like, we know how it goes at Lights Plane. And also, it is a bit of a younger crowd. So we actually, just close to Lights Plane, if that's also your jam, we went to the American Hotel. And they've got a really nice terrace out on the front. Again, we ordered, I didn't drink wine because we know it's affecting me. I had a Desperados beer, like a Mexican tequila flavoured beer. The ladies had wine. Again, the waiters, really amazing, super nice. I mean, the American hotel, it is a nice hotel, so you're going to pay like nice prices, but I don't know, I think when you get to a certain age you won't compromise on some things, will you? And it's nothing to do with snobby. We just want to find a seat and be comfortable and not wait and have to shout at each other. But yeah, so, and then we got a bit peckish, so we ordered some really nice fries, French fries, chips, and then I think it was about 11ish, and then they said, you know, we're closing the terrace, and we said, well, we're done now, we were exhausted. So then we got hopped on another tram, we got tram 5, and then we went to Amsterdam, and then Fiona's lovely husband Gavin kindly picked us up. Now we all said, sorry, you can hear Lawrence, he's looking for tools, I'll tell you in a minute what he's doing. We all told our gentleman that we'd be home, you know, early evening. So imagine, you know, rocking up at midnight. I had a second beer, stopped halfway through because I already felt it was giving me a headache, and I feel fine today. Just a bit achy, you know, because we walked a lot. But yeah, we had such a fun day. So if you're planning on visiting Amsterdam, I can recommend that. Or I could recommend just doing that activity. There's loads of really nice hotels in Amsterdam. So, you know, the Krasnapolsky is nice because of the location. There's loads that do, you know, like fancy high tea, and it's just a nice way to spend an afternoon. So yeah, got home. I think I went to bed about 1 because I was showing Lawrence the photos and talking, and this morning Lawrence is dismantling the sofa bed in the guest room. We're picking a van up at 12 today. I've asked the lady who we bought the bed from, but she said, can you make it at 2? So we said, that's fine. Then Lawrence, you know, he said, okay, that's good, because, you know, I can get rid of the sofa bed. So that's currently in pieces outside, not even in the garden, out on the street. The neighbours will be fine. And then we'll pick up the bed. We're not assembling it. We haven't got a mattress for it yet. And then we have to hot foot it over to Antoinette's, Raymond and Antoinette's, to celebrate the girls, the twins, and her eldest son Tristan's birthday. So I need to app her now and tell her, listen, we're going to be late. It's fine. The way a lot of Dutch sort of birthdays, they do, you know, door open from this time, close at this time, and people tend to do drift in and out. So it's perfectly acceptable, but I will app her. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to wrap up this week's vlog. Because I still have to edit everything, and hopefully it makes sense when you're watching it now. And yeah, then I'll go and help Lawrence, and then I've got some laundry to be getting on with, because today, you know, I'm not going to be around much. I washed all my towels and left them outside, thinking, oh, I'll be back, you know, around 7ish, I'll bring them in, and forgot about them. So when I got up this morning, I knew it had rained in the night. Lawrence had brought them in for me, so I've just popped them in the dryer for 15 minutes to fluff them up. But yeah, I've got a mountain of laundry to get done, and I was hoping it was going to be dry because I could get them in the garden, but alas, that's not going to happen. It's fine. Oh, that was my knee. Did you hear my knee crack? Oh my god. Oh, creaky knees. So yes, I think that's it. If it is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you. I've seen we've had an influx of new subscribers, so you're all very welcome. I hope you've enjoyed spending some of your time with me. And don't forget, if you haven't already, maybe you could hit the subscribe button and join the channel, you know, hitting the likes and a comment. Always lovely to have that interaction with everybody. And I do read every single comment, although it might take me, you know, a few days or the duration of the week to get back to you, but I do try to respond. Sometimes YouTube doesn't show me comments, and then when I go on my laptop instead of my phone, a load of old comments appear, and I'm like, how did that happen? Anyway, it is what it is. Just now, I'm reading them all. And if you're an OG, a returning viewer, I hope everybody's had a good week, but thanks again for coming back, guys. Your friendship, your support, you know, everything is really, really important to me, and also just keeps me going with wanting to carry on filming content for you. So stay safe, have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.